Sometimes people feel bad that they never had the chance to see Swami physically, in person. I want to share with you one of the first and last lessons that Swami taught me. My first pilgrimage to Baba was in December of 1988, and Baba gave our group a lot of grace. We had a lot of interactions with him. At my first darshan, Swami came and stood directly in front of me and allowed me to touch his feet. And of course, all of us felt very blessed to be able to receive this wonderful attention from Swami. But there was something else. It very quickly became apparent that there was much more to Swami than just that divine physical form, that he was much more than just that physical form, that he wasn't just that body walking among us. There was a sense of vastness, stillness, peace, and radiant love in Baba's presence. And that presence is who Baba really is, and that presence was not limited by his physical body. It's always with us, in us, and around us. And we've all experienced that deep sense of peace in one way or another. We've all experienced that at the end of a bhajan, or in meditation, or even out in the beauty of nature. Now, Swami was not limited to that physical form. Swami is here, now, with each and every one of us, just as much as he was when he walked amongst us in darshan. During our last trip to Swami for Shivaratri in 2009, Swami gave two incredible discourses in which he repeatedly emphasized that he was not that body. And these were the discourses from the 21st and 23rd of February 2009, and I strongly encourage everyone to read them. These are the historic discourses in which Swami announced that he was going to leave his body soon, and also how we should react when he leaves. He told us in these discourses, physical bodies only last for a certain time and then cease to exist. Do not get attached to my physical form. Divinity takes different forms at different times. Now you're worshipping this body and deriving a lot of happiness from it. But after some time, this body may disappear, like the previous avatars. Then you should not feel sad. When the divine Atma, the self embodied in this physical body, reaches its eternal abode, it is a matter for joy, not sorrow. So Swami said we shouldn't feel sad when he leaves his body, that he would return to his original state as the Atma, the divine self present in all of us. The lesson here is that Swami has not left us. He's there within you as your Atma, your very self. And what did Swami say was the best description of the Atma? He said the Atma is also known as awareness, that the Atma is best described as love. Once we were in India together with our dear friends, Dorothy and Moya O'Brien, Swami's pink twins as he called them. Now, the twins had told me to ask for a ring or a watch or something physical if Swami granted me an interview. And I told them I never really wanted anything like that, but as always, they were very insistent. And then they said that it would help me to stay in tune with Swami. Now, even though I'd never wanted anything physical, having something that would help me to stay in tune with him was something that I thought was worth it. And so Swami called us for an interview, and during that interview, he called us into the private room, and we had a chance to sit and ask questions, to talk to him. And I sat there and asked spiritual questions for about 10 or 15 minutes. And at the end, I looked at Swami and said, Swami, if it's all right, there's something I'd like to ask you for. And Swami smiled broadly and he patted me on the back and said, yes, you ask. And I said, Swami, I'd really like something to help me to keep in tune with you. Well, by the time I got halfway through that sentence, Swami was doing this. And then he looked at me and very simply said, not necessary, sir. I am always with you, in you, and around you. Why do you fear? As Swami was omniscient. He knew everything, including the fact that you would hear this today. What he said to me then is equally true for all of us now. Baba has not gone anywhere. No matter where we are, Swami is always with us, in us, and around us.